What you're about to witness is not just a car. It's a weapon, built not for comfort, not for luxury, but for war of speed, of sound, of pure mechanical chaos. The Ferrari 40 is one of the most iconic, dangerous, and legendary supercars ever made. Launched in 1987, it broke rules, broke speed limits, and for many, broke expectations of what a Ferrari could be. You won't find touchscreens here. No automatic gearbox, no traction control, no ABS. This machine came from an era when driving meant risking something and loving every second of it. The F40 was created to celebrate Ferrari's 40th anniversary. But more than that, it was a personal farewell from Enzo Ferrari, his final masterpiece, his signature, his last roar before leaving the world. Today we go under the hood of this legend. From its birth in Maranello to its reign as king of the road. Welcome to the full story of the Ferrari 40, where speed, soul, and history collide. To understand the Ferrari 40, you have to understand the man behind it. Enzo Ferrari was born in 1898 in Modena. Italia boy obsessed with speed. As a child, he watched races with his father. As a young man, he drove them. But it was what he built that changed history. In 1947, Enzo created his own car company, not to sell cars, but to fund racing. Winning on the track wasn't just a passion, it was Ferrari's purpose. Every car he made was a result of his love for competition, performance, and pride. He was known to be tough, demanding, obsessive, but to him, a car wasn't just metal, it was emotion, spirit, identity. He once said, "I don't sell cars, I sell dreams." By the 1980s, Ferrari was a global icon. But Enzo was nearing the end of his life, and he wanted to leave the world with one final creation, something wild, uncompromised. A machine that would embody everything Ferrari stood for. That machine would be the F40. The last car Enzo Ferrari personally approved before he passed away in 1988. A final, fire-breathing tribute to everything he believed in. Speed, soul, and no surrender. In the mid-1980s, the automotive world had a new king, the Porsche 959. Technologically advanced, packed with features, and nearly unbeatable in tests, it set a new bar for supercars. Ferrari's answer? Don't out-tech it, outrun it. At first, Ferrari wasn't even planning a road car. Their engineers were working on the 288 GTO Evoluzione wild prototype made for Group B racing. But when the racing category was cancelled, the Evoluzione was left without a purpose. So Ferrari turned the idea into something even more radical. A road-legal supercar that would celebrate 40 years of Ferrari excellence. It had to be lightweight, fast, and terrifying to drive. The car that emerged was the opposite of the 959, where Porsche used computers. Ferrari used simplicity. No radio, no carpets, no insulation, no power steering. Even the paint was thin to save weight. This wasn't a car for comfort. It was a purpose-built weapon engineered for drivers who wanted nothing but speed, sound, and total connection to the road. And so, in 1987, the Ferrari 40 was born. A machine stripped down to its soul, built not to impress the press but to impress Enzo. It looked like it came from the future, but the Ferrari 40's design was born from racing, not luxury. At the heart of its creation was Leonardo Fioravanti, a design genius from Pininfarina, who had already shaped icons like the 288 GTO and Daytona. For the F40, he was told one thing: make it fast, nothing else matters. What emerged was a body that was as aggressive as it was functional. Every line, every vent, every curve served a purpose. No fluff, no decoration. This was aerodynamics with an attitude. Its wide, gaping front intakes fed air straight into the radiators. The Naka ducts cooled the brakes. Massive side vents shoved air into the turbos. And that towering rear wing? It wasn't for looks. It kept the F40 pinned to the road at over 200 miles per hour. And underneath that brutal styling was something even more impressive: lightweight engineering decades ahead of its time. The body was made from a mix of Kevlar, carbon fiber, and aluminum materials pulled straight from Ferrari's Formula One program. This exotic combination made the F40 incredibly light, just around 100 kilograms. Inside, it was raw, exposed carbon panels, pull-string door handles, bucket seats bolted to the frame. It didn't hide its racing DNA, it wore it proudly. This wasn't just a car that looked fast. It was fast because every inch of it was built to cut through the air and devour pavement. Underneath the sculpted carbon skin of the F40 roared a monster. A 2.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 mounted in the middle, tuned for war. It cranked out 471 horsepower and 577 newton-meters of torque. In the late 1980s, that was borderline insane. This wasn't just Ferrari's most powerful road car at the time, it was a record breaker. Top speed, 201 miles per hour, or 323 kilometers per hour. The first road-legal production car in history to break the 200 miles per hour. 0 to 60, just 3.8 seconds. And it did it all with no launch control, no traction control, just skill, sweat, and courage. You controlled all of it through a 5-speed gated manual gearbox, zone of the most iconic shifts in automotive history. Each gear change clicked like a rifle bolt. Mechanical, pure, addictive. But here's the truth. The 40 wasn't easy. The turbo lag was brutal. Step on the gas, wait, then boom, it hit you like a freight train. A sudden, violent shove that could catch even experienced drivers off guard. There was no ABS, no power steering, no safety nets. If you made a mistake, the F40 didn't forgive you. But if you respected it, it gave you one of the most thrilling, raw, and unforgettable driving experiences ever created. When the Ferrari 40 was released in 1987, the world wasn't sure what to make of it. It wasn't just fast, it was brutal, raw, unrefined. It had no luxury, no comfort, just one mission: to go faster than anything else on the road. Critics called it a throwback, a car built without compromise. It was wild, loud, and in your face. Some loved it for its audacity. Others feared it for its untamed spirit. Ferrari produced only 311 units between 1987 and 1992, making it rare, exclusive, and a symbol of a lost era of cars built with nothing but passion and power. Today, it's regarded as one of the last true Ferraris, a machine that represents the core of what Ferrari once was. A time when speed and driving experience were the only things that mattered. The F40 wasn't just for collectors. It was revered by racers and enthusiasts alike. A car that could be driven hard on the street or the track. And as the years went by, its value soared. From a mere 400 new, today a well-maintained 40 can fetch over $2 million at auction. A true testament to its legacy. Once a raw performance carrot, now a timeless icon. In 1987, the Ferrari 40 wasn't the only supercar on the block. But while the Porsche 959, Lamborghini Countach, and McLaren Phone were incredible in their own right, the 40 was something else entirely. Compared to the Porsche 959, the F40 was less refined, more visceral, more raw. While the 959 had advanced tech like all-wheel drive and electronic systems that made it faster and more composed, the F40 was a purist's car, mechanical, unfiltered, and wild. Then there was the Lamborghini Countach, car that defined 80s excess with its sharp lines and outrageous styling. But the F40 was a step further. It wasn't just about looking good. It was about driving hard. The F40 was track-focused, built for performance above all else. And when the McLaren Phone came into the picture in the early 90s, it became the ultimate road car. 3-seat configuration, a naturally aspirated V12, and a focus on aerodynamics and technology. Yet, the 40 remained the more immediate, visceral experience, the perfect car for those who wanted to feel every ounce of power, every turn, and every moment. In a world of refined, almost clinical supercars, the Ferrari 40 was the ultimate rebel, a car that wasn't afraid to be loud, untamed, and uncompromising. And that's what made the F40 a true icon of 80s and 90s supercar cultura, symbol of performance over perfection, a raw statement of what it meant to be the fastest, most exhilarating thing on the road. The Ferrari 40 didn't just dominate the streets, it took over pop culture. From the video game world to the big screen, the F40 became a symbol of speed, power, and exclusivity. In games like Gran Turismo, Forza, and Need for Speed, the F40 was a fan favorite, a car that players dreamed of driving, racing, and owning. It wasn't just a car, it was a virtual legend. But it didn't stop there. The F40 made appearances in movies like The Cannonball Run and music videos of the 1980s and 1990s, cementing its place as the ultimate supercar of the era. And when it came to ownership, the F40 wasn't just for anyone, it was the choice of celebrities and car collectors alike. Rowan Atkinson, the British actor known for playing Mr. Bean, owned one. So did legendary racers, business tycoons, and even music icons. Its fame only grew over time, and the F40 earned a reputation as the most iconic Ferrari ever made, a car that wasn't just about performance, but about legacy, style, and living the dream. Today, it's not just a car, it's a symbol of a golden era of supercars, one that continues to inspire awe in car lovers, collectors, and enthusiasts around the world. As Enzo Ferrari himself once said, the 40 is a Ferrari stripped to its soul. It wasn't just a carrot, it was proof of Ferrari's legacy. The Ferrari 40 didn't need to prove anything, it was proof itself of what a supercar could be. From the hands of a man who lived and breathed racing, to the streets and tracks it conquered, the F40 remains one of the greatest driving experiences ever created. If you're as passionate about cars as we are, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment telling us your favorite supercar, and subscribe for more legendary car stories. Until next time, keep your engines roaring.